Are you thinking of renting out a property and becoming a landlord? Hi, I'm Simon de Pinar and I'm an attorney. This is the second of two talks about things you need to consider if you're thinking about becoming a landlord. In the first talk, I covered setting the rental amount, preparing your property for tenants, and screening potential occupiers. In this talk, we look at managing the property once your tenants are safely moved in. Months may go by without a contact from your tenants. As long as they are paying the rent on time, this is generally a good sign. If you've serviced all the appliances and repaired all damages prior to occupancy, there should be little tenants need to disturb you with. But eventually something will go wrong. It is your duty as a landlord to respond promptly and helpfully. If your lifestyle or location makes this difficult, you may want to consider appointing someone to manage the rental property. This will absorb some of your profit. Management fees can be negotiated but vary generally between 8 and 15%. However, you get a peaceful life in return. A professional agent will deal with disputes, collect payments, and most importantly, handle maintenance and repairs. They are likely to be connected to plumbers, electricians, builders, etc., and may be able to negotiate better rates than you can due to their scale. Whether you go down this route really depends on your availability and willingness to deal with problems as they arise. You will retain more of your income if you do not outsource property management, but it's still a good idea to have a network of maintenance people you know and trust, so that when the geyser bursts, you know instantly who to call and don't spend hours searching for a reliable plumber. Now, depending on your relationship with the tenants, you may want to provide them with emergency numbers for a plumber and electrician, the two areas where an after-hours call out may be needed. But it's good practice to insist that tenants notify you in the first instance of any problems and get your approval before calling a tradesperson in an emergency. After all, you will be paying the bills. And remember, if your tenants advise you of the need for an emergency repair, such as a burst geyser or failure of the security system, you have an obligation as the property owner to effect the repair in a reasonable amount of time. Your responsibility as landlord is to keep the property fit for rental purposes and well maintained, so keep on top of maintenance. Call into the property from time to time, giving them notice, of course, to make sure your tenants are keeping their home in good order. It doesn't have to be spotless, but it should be reasonably clean. If you don't live nearby and haven't appointed an agent to manage the property, this may be more difficult. One of your trusted contractors could make the visit for you. Even if you have to pay for an hour of their time, it's worthwhile to make sure your property is being looked after. Ultimately, it will save you money in the long run. Good landlord-tenant relations come down mostly to good communication. If you have scheduled a repair to be done as part of your annual maintenance program, let your tenants know in good time. Be available to address any concerns they have. This does not mean being on site. You may not even live in the same suburb or town, but be available by telephone, email, or WhatsApp, and reply to messages within a reasonable time frame. This will go a long way to ensuring a good relationship between you and your tenants and make your experience of being a landlord a positive and profitable one. If you've got any questions about managing a property or any other aspect of landlord-tenant relations, please give me a call on the number in the signature below.